Hey everyone! I'm here today with chapter 5. So before we start reading, and watch all the way to the end today, because if you're in my class, I have a couple things I want to tell you, 2 important things I want to tell you, 3 important things I want to tell you at the end of this chapter. So stay tuned. All right, so yesterday in chapter 4, we were introduced to the Funcraft family, who we think is going to be Nora's birthday present. Nora is Kate Palmer's little sister, who I think is like 4 or 5, kindergarten-ish age. But before we get into this chapter today that talks a little bit more about the Funcrafts, I want us to kind of think back to the doll family. It's going to get a little confusing how they refer to the different characters. So Mama Doll, and then there's going to be like Mom Funcraft. So Mama Doll, anyone with like something doll, Mama Doll, Papa Doll, Bobby, Betsy, Nanny, those are all the doll family. That's Annabelle's family, so like this family. But then they'll talk about Tiffany and Bailey and baby Brittany, Mom and Dad Funcraft, and so that's going to be the Funcraft family. It gets a little confusing with Mama and Papa a little bit, but so think about Annabelle Doll and her family. They seem very kind of timid, reserved, not very adventurous, quiet. They want to follow the rules. Very afraid of doll state, permanent doll state. So they've just lived all their whole life in this dollhouse, except for Auntie Sarah, who we think is left. So we would characterize Auntie Sarah as a little different than the rest of the doll family, which probably has something to do with why she would leave to go on her adventures. And Annabelle has a little bit of this adventurous spirit in her too. But as we meet the Funcraft family today, I want you to be thinking about how the Funcrafts and the doll family are similar in some ways, but very different in other ways. The Funcrafts are pretty funny, all right? So this is chapter 5 called The Funcrafts Come Visiting. Mama, Papa, said Annabelle breathlessly, you'll never guess what we found. Oh, we have so much to tell you. We found other dolls, exclaimed Bobby. Oh, no, I wanted to tell, said Annabelle. You can't tell everything, said Bobby. Shh, shh, Mama Doll softly. I think you should wait until later in the morning when the Palmers are out. I can't wait that long, said Annabelle desperately. Kate stirred in her bed then, flung her arm over the side, and murmured something Annabelle couldn't understand. Mama put her finger to her lips and shook her head. Then she pointed upstairs. Places, everyone, thought Annabelle, and she headed for her bed, since Kate had carefully tucked the dolls into bed the night before. Hours later, when the last of the Palmers had left the house, Annabelle sprang out of her bed. Okay, she called, family meeting. Bobby and Uncle Doll and I want to tell you what we found. The dolls gathered in the kitchen, baby Betsy propped against the icebox, her head resting just below the top. It was so exciting, Annabelle began. Do you know where Auntie Sarah is? Asked Nanny. Well, no, we don't, Uncle Doll replied grimly. But we found something fantastic, said Annabelle. We found another family of dollhouse dolls. The Funcrafts? Added Bobby. They're going to be Nora's dolls. They're in a big box now with their dream house. There's a mother and a father, a boy for Bobby, a girl for me, and a baby for baby Betsy. And a cat, said Bobby, Kitty Funcraft. But it's not alive, said Uncle Doll quickly. The Funcrafts are a birthday present for Nora, Annabelle went on. I promised them that as soon as they've been unpacked and set up in her room, we'll visit them. How do you think Annabelle's family is going to feel about leaving the dollhouse to go visit these other dolls they've never met before? I'm going to give you a second to think about that while there's Annabelle all excited telling her family about it. I think that Mama and Papa and Nanny are going to be a little, I'm not so sure about that. All of us? Asked Nanny. My stars, I don't believe I've been out of this house in years. It'll be okay, said Annabelle kindly. It would be nice to meet some other dolls, said Papa, if we can do it safely. We must be sure to bring them a housewarming gift, said Mama thoughtfully. I wonder what they'll need in their new home. I'm a little surprised that they're kind of on board with this idea. We can't take them something that belongs here in our house, Papa reminded her. Nora will get in trouble. Maybe we can make something, said Annabelle. We'll do it secretly at night. And so the long, long hours, the hours of waiting for Nora's birthday to arrive, for her gifts to be given to her, for the dream house to be unpacked, and the setup in her room were filled by secret meetings about what to make for the fun crafts. Finally, Nanny suggested using scraps of paper and bits of crayon that the dolls had squirreled away over the years to make a bouquet of paper flowers for the fun crafts. Early on the morning after Nora's birthday, the bouquet was completed. "Now, hide everything carefully," said Nanny, surveying the snippets of paper and shavings of crayon strewn across the kitchen table. Annabelle and Bobby cleaned up while Mama arranged the flowers and tied their stems with a bit of thread. "We'll take them to the fun crafts tonight," said Annabelle. That evening, just minutes after Kate had closed her book and turned off her light, Annabelle thought she heard a noise from the doorway. "The captain," she thought. "Of all nights for him to decide to prowl. Ugh! The dolls would have to wait." "Yoo-hoo!" called a small voice from below the doll's house. Annabelle lay rigidly in her bed. She knew she shouldn't risk moving about just yet. "Yoo-hoo!" called the voice again. "Down here," added another. "Bobby," Annabelle dared to whisper, "I think the fun crafts are here." "Hush, not another word," Nanny called softly from her room, but it was too late. Annabelle could hear the sound of feet scampering up the steps of the stool. "We can't just ignore them," she said. Cautiously, Annabelle slipped out of her bed. She crossed her room and tiptoed down the stairs to the second floor. "Somebody has to greet them," she said before Mama and Papa could scold her. "They're already on the top step." "Oh, heavenly days," said Papa. Mama said nothing. Annabelle hurried to the first floor and stood at the bottom of the staircase. There, gathered on the top step of the stool, were 5 dolls. They were unlike any dolls Annabelle had ever seen. So we've got Mom Funcraft, Dad Funcraft, Sister Tiffany, Brother Bailey, and Baby Brittany. They just left their dollhouse and came over to Annabelle's family's dollhouse in the middle of the night. Uh-oh. "Hi, I'm Tiffany," she said. Annabelle looked at the light brown face with dark brown hair topped by a pink bow. The head was poised on a pink and blue dress, and stick-thin legs emerged from a pair of wide blue shoes. The doll's arms were as skinny as her legs, and she seemed to be made entirely of plastic, so not china like Annabelle. Even her clothes. "Hi, I'm Annabelle," Annabelle replied. She peered behind Tiffany. She saw 3 more dolls, all made of plastic. One was carrying a baby, which is just a small pink bundle. Bobby had crept down from the stairs and was now standing beside Annabelle. "I'm Bobby," he said. "Mama and Papa aren't sure we should talk to you yet. Kate just went to sleep, and—" "It's all right, Bobby," said Papa. He was tiptoeing bravely down the stairs, followed by Mama, Uncle Doll, and Nanny. He held his hand out towards Mom and Dad Funcraft. "Welcome, welcome," he said. Annabelle took a better look at Tiffany and saw that, in fact, everything about her was plastic. Plastic, 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 down to the pink bow. And Annabelle suspected that the bow snapped on, just as the writing on the box had said. Because remember, this is the first time they've actually seen each other. Annabelle, Uncle Doll, and Bobby have only seen the outside of the box. This is their first time actually seeing the dolls. Annabelle stopped staring and remembered her manners. "Mama, Papa, Nanny," she began, "these are the fun crafts." "And you must be the dolls," said the man with the red tie. "I'm Dad," he added. "I'm Mom," said Mom. "I'm Bailey," said the boy with the red shoes. "And this is Baby Brittany," said Tiffany. "Who takes care of the baby?" Bobby wanted to know. "Of Baby Brittany? We all do," replied Bailey. "Don't you have a nanny?" "No." "No auntie or uncle?" "No." "You want to see my train?" asked Bobby. "Okay." Bailey followed Bobby up the stairs. "Please come into our parlor," said Mom graciously to the rest of the fun crafts. "Thank you," said Dad. "How quaint," said Mom. Annabelle took Tiffany by the hand. "Let's go into the kitchen so we can be by ourselves." Tiffany walked around and around the kitchen, examining everything. Now remember, the doll family's dollhouse is over 100 years old. So think about a house that is 100 years old. It would be very different from a house that's built today. So keep that in mind for this part coming up. Tiffany walked around and around the kitchen, examining everything. "Where's your microwave?" she asked. "Microwave?" said Annabelle. "You know, where you pretend to cook your food." Oh, you mean our stove? That's where we cook, said Annabelle, pointing. What are those things? That's a potato masher, and that's an orange squeezer, and that's a whisk. Boy, your house is different from ours. It's over 100 years old, just like us. Are you really over 100? Asked Tiffany incredulously. Yes, even though Kate decided that I'm 8. Wow, I guess that's why you look so different, too. Tiffany took in the lacy sleeves of the dress, the china arms and legs, the china face, the blush on Annabelle's cheeks, and the green paint in her hair. Was your hair always green? She asked. No, a long time ago when Grandma Catherine was 6 years old, she decided to give me a new hair color, so she painted my hair green. Then her mother tried to remove it, but she couldn't get it all off. It's very punk, said Tiffany. I like it. At that moment, Annabelle heard a small commotion outside the kitchen. She rushed to the stairway in time to see Mom Funcraft exclaim, Oh, look, the dolls have stairs, too. Mom ran up to the landing and slid... Ooh, there's Aspen. Mom ran up to the landing and slid down the banister, which is like the arm where you hold on to the side of the stairs. Slid down the banister, landing smartly on the floor between Mama and Papa. So if you look here, there's baby Brittany. I think that's Nanny, Bailey, Bobby. And look at Mama and Papa, a doll are like, oh, and Dad Funcraft looks so proud. And Uncle Doll is like, what is she doing? And Annabelle looks kind of surprised, but Tiffany doesn't look surprised at all. Dad Funcraft smiled proudly. She's an expert at that, he said. Annabelle glanced at her parents. They were peering frantically into Kate's room, searching for signs that she had awakened. Generally, said Papa, we refrain from making too much noise for about 2 more hours, until we're certain the entire Palmer household is sound asleep. Oh, they won't hear us, said Mom, and if they do, we'll just hide. Annabelle saw her parents cringe. Mom and Dad Funcraft gazed around the doll's parlor. Your furniture is so... Mom started to say. So whenever they say just Mom, that's Mom Funcraft. But whenever they say Mama, that's Annabelle's mom, Mama Doll. It's a little confusing. Your furniture is so, Mom started to say. So old, Tiffany finished for her. Mom, the dolls are more than 100 years old, right, Annabelle? Yes, said Annabelle. Don't you have anything that's plastic? Asked Tiffany. Annabelle had never thought about this, but she replied quickly, Of course we do, Mama. Where's the lamp Kate's mother brought for us when she was little? Ooh, the lava lamp, replied Mama. Oh, it's not here anymore. Miss Palmer took it out later. It didn't go with the decor. I think a lava lamp looks nice anywhere, said Tiffany. The Funcrafts explored the rest of the house. They tested the keys on the piano. They remarked upon a 1933 rendition of National Geographic that lay on a table in the parlor. Bailey tried the rocking horse in the nursery, but then leaped from it onto Bobby's bed while Mom and Dad looked on smiling. Annabelle was just amazed. Finally, everyone gathered in the kitchen where the Funcrafts had no end of questions. Tiffany was proud to be able to identify the potato masher, the orange squeezer, and the whisk for her parents. Interesting, said Mom. Where are your barbecue things? Asked Dad. Barbecue? Repeated Nanny. She turned to Mama and Papa. They shrugged. I guess we don't have barbecue things. What's a barbecue? Annabelle asked Tiffany. It's a grill, a gas grill. You turn it on, added Mom, and it cooks food quickly, with a great taste of the outdoors. Of course, ours doesn't really work, but we have fun pretending. Barbecue, said Tiffany. It's also like a party, like a picnic, where you serve the barbecued food. Picnic? Said Annabelle. We don't know what that is either. You're kidding. Our dream house came with a picnic basket. It's one of the basic items. But if you want picnic foods for the basket, you have to order those separately, said Dad. Oh, my goodness, was all Mama Doll could say. Mom Funcraft whispered something to Dad Funcraft and then to Bailey and Tiffany, who grinned. Then she said to the dolls, Would you like to come over to our house for a barbecue one night? We could have a getting to know you party. So there's a little picture of Tiffany with her good idea. Annabelle looked hopefully at Mama, who was looking at Papa. She knew her mother was having second thoughts about visiting the Funcrafts now that she had met them. Well, said Mama finally, all right. Yes, thought Annabelle. How about tomorrow night? Tomorrow night? Ooh, I don't think. Please come, said Mom. We'll have our wonderful party. Don't you want to see our house, Mrs. Doll? We have a computer and a VCR, added Dad. Also a patio, said Bailey. That's where we'll have the barbecue. Well, said Mama helplessly. Oh, please, Mama, said Annabelle. We made them please. Very well, Mama said to Mom Funcraft. Thank you. Fantastic, exclaimed Mom. We'll see you tomorrow night. The Funcrafts turned to leave. See you, Tiffany called as she and her family slid down the steps to the stool. Bye, replied Annabelle. She looked at her parents. They were staring at each other in disbelief. To think, said Nanny, we've gone all these years without a single neighbor, and then we end up with such unusual ones. I suppose we must give them a chance, said Mama cautiously. But they're so rushes, said Papa. Still, they are our neighbors, said Mama. True, said Uncle Doll, and we must be neighborly. They don't seem like bad people, added Nanny. No, agreed Papa, just different. There's nothing wrong with being different, said Mama. I like them, declared Annabelle. I can't wait for tomorrow night. So there's the last picture there. All right, and tomorrow we'll read chapter 6, which is Annabelle Downstairs. I don't know what that means. Okay, so a couple things. If you are not in my class, peace out. Keep sending me pictures. I love seeing pictures of you guys watching the videos and doing different things. With the link that I'm sending your parents with this chapter being read, I'm going to send you guys this picture that has hidden words inside of them. So one of your challenges today is to try to find the hidden words in the picture. And you can either send them to me on Seesaw, you can send them to me on Remind, you can send them to me in email, however your parents best communicate. See if you can find those hidden words in that picture. Another thing is next week I'm going to have someone else video themselves reading you a special book and some surprise trivia questions. So you can probably guess who that is. That will be coming to you on Monday. And then one last thing is you guys know how much I love sports, and so I'm having a really hard time with no sports being on. It's all old stuff from a bunch of years, and I've already seen all that. So since we're not able to have basketball March Madness, which is one of my most favorite times of the year, we're going to do kind of, instead of basketball March Madness, we're going to set up a digital book March Madness. So we're going to have like a tournament of books. So what you can be doing today, tomorrow, and over the weekend, I'm going to ask for you to start sending these to me on Monday, March 23rd, which is Carson's first birthday. Isn't that crazy? 1 year old. Nuts. I feel like I'm on maternity leave again. It's very weird. So Monday, I want you guys to send me, and I'll send an email out reminding your parents to respond to this. I want you guys to send me your number one all-time favorite book. Number one. Only one all-time favorite book. It can be a chapter book. It can be a short book. It can be an audio book, a digital book on Epic, Mayon. Doesn't matter. One all-time favorite book. You're going to be sending that to me. And we're going to be voting and having different things, competition, a tournament of books. I'll set up the whole bracket. We'll have the bracket system and everything. So be thinking about that. And I can't think of anything else. So in the email included with this link, I'm sending your parents the picture with the hidden words. See if you can find those hidden words. And see if you can have a conversation today about comparing the Doll family and the Funcrafts. And just keep being awesome. Miss you guys. And we'll be hearing from you soon. Bye.